Once upon a time, right at the edge of a little town, I found myself standing in front of the thickest, wildest forest I'd ever seen. The trees seemed to stretch up forever, their branches tangled together like a secret handshake, and the air was filled with the scent of moss and adventure. I could feel the cool breeze tickling my cheeks, and for a moment I wondered if I was brave enough to step inside. This wasn't just any forest. Oh no, this was the Enchanted forest, buzzing with magic and bursting with secrets. Every shadow seemed to shimmer, and the mist that curled around the roots glowed with a gentle, otherworldly light. It was the kind of place where anything could happen. And I had a feeling that today, it just might. My name's JADA, and today I'd have to find my way home, the hard way. I wasn't just any ordinary kid. I was an adventurer at heart, and I knew that if I wanted to make it back, I'd have to be clever, brave, and maybe a little bit lucky. The trees towered above me, their leaves sparkling with golden dust. Sunbeams filtered through the branches, making the whole forest look like it was sprinkled with fairy glitter. Every leaf seemed to whisper a story, and I felt like I was walking into a living, breathing dream. Every step I took made the ground giggle. Seriously, it was like walking on ticklish clouds. The moss was so soft and bouncy that I almost wanted to lie down and make a moss angel, but I knew I had to keep moving if I wanted to find my way. I took a deep breath and started in, my heart thumping with excitement, and maybe a little bit of fear. The forest was both inviting and mysterious, and I could feel my curiosity pulling me deeper with every step. Suddenly, poof! A squirrel with a glowing blue tail popped out from behind a toadstool. His fur shimmered like the sky at dusk, and his eyes sparkled with mischief. "Lost, are ya?" he squeaked. I nodded and he grinned. His tiny paws twitched as he sized me up, and I could tell he'd seen plenty of lost adventurers before. "Follow the fireflies, but beware. Not every path leads home." His voice was playful, but there was a hint of warning in his words, and I knew I'd have to pay close attention. I tiptoed forward, tracing a trail of twinkling fireflies. They danced ahead of me, their lights flickering like tiny lanterns, guiding me deeper into the heart of the forest. The deeper I went, the weirder it got. Mushrooms hummed gentle tunes, some even wiggled in time with the music, and I couldn't help but giggle at their silly dance. Trees bent down to whisper, "Good luck, JADA," and I couldn't help but giggle. Their voices were soft and kind, like a lullaby, and I felt a little braver with every encouraging word. But soon, I hit a fork in the road. The path split in two, and I hesitated, unsure which way to go. One path glowed bright and friendly. It looked safe, almost too safe, like it was trying to convince me to choose it. The other was shadowy, with mysterious whispers. The air was cooler there, and the trees seemed to lean in, as if sharing secrets only the bravest could hear. My legs shook, but I remembered. Brave adventurers always trust their gut. I closed my eyes for a moment, listening to the sounds of the forest, and tried to imagine which path would lead me home. So I took a deep breath, filling my lungs with the sweet, earthy air, and let my heart decide. And chose the dark path. It felt scary, but also exciting, like the beginning of a brand new story. It got chilly. I nearly turned back, until I heard a tiny voice. The shadows seemed to press in, and I hugged my arms around myself, wishing for a little light. "Don't be scared, I'll help." Out fluttered a firefly with rainbow wings. His glow was warm and comforting, and I felt hope flicker inside me. He zipped in circles, making me laugh and lighting up the shadows. His light chased away the darkness, and suddenly the path didn't seem so scary anymore. "Everyone gets lost sometimes," he said, "but sometimes you find something magical when you do." His words made me feel less alone, and I realized that being lost wasn't so bad if you had a friend by your side. Following my new friend, I stumbled into a clearing. The sunlight poured in, making everything sparkle, and I felt a wave of relief wash over me. There, in the middle, stood a wishing stone, glowing brighter than the moon. It pulsed with gentle energy, and I could almost hear it humming with possibility. I placed my hand on it and whispered, "I wish to go home." My voice trembled with hope, and I closed my eyes, imagining my cozy room and the smell of dinner wafting from the kitchen. Suddenly, the whole forest sparkled. Lights danced through the trees, and the air buzzed with magic, as if the forest itself was granting my wish. I blinked, and just like that, I was back at the edge of my town, the enchanted forest behind me. It was as if no time had passed at all, but I knew I'd changed inside. My heart felt lighter, and my smile was as big as the moon. I'd faced my fears, made a magical friend, and discovered that sometimes the scariest paths lead to the brightest places. So if you ever get lost, remember, trust yourself, Follow the magic and never be afraid to adventure. The world is full of wonders waiting to be found, and every journey teaches you something new about yourself. See you on the next journey. And who knows? Maybe the next adventure is just around the corner, waiting for you to take the first step.